Harie Robinson Jr. We back again for episode 5. I'm here with my brother from another mother, J. Lou, and my other brother from another mother.
Hey, yeah, boy.
Chill. Drumma Boy, how you doing today, brother?
Blessings, man. Blessings. What's happening, man?
We can't call it, man.
Here with my dogs, man.
Yeah, man. We're getting it in.
The real OGs, man.
Indeed.
One of our number one supporters.
Correct.
Man.
Indeed. I want to ask you a couple of questions because with the SHŌ Podcast, for the young generation that don't know, our generation and everybody else know, but let these young cats, these youth cats know where D-Boy Fresh is from.
Already, man. Straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. Black Haven representative, you know what I mean, to be exact. By way of Cordova, by way of South Memphis, by way of Orange Mound. My pop was in the Mound, you know what I mean. We repped the whole city, not the half.
Indeed.
Came up with guys like Yo Gotti. We raised guys like Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Dolph.
R.I.P. Dolph. Lifted up my brother Moneybag Yo. But, you know, I came up with the OGs, man. I always been, you know, right there with the OGs, man. R.I.P. Big Brother Insane Wayne.
Indeed.
I wouldn't be doing it without him. So he brought me into the business, brought me into the game. And I was able to, his first phone call when he believed in me was Tila.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And called me and said, hey, man, come play some beats, man. Tila up here. It was my opportunity to meet Red Boy and Zell Jennings, a.k.a. International Red.
Indeed.
For those who know, you know what I'm saying, TMT, shout out Floyd Mayweather, shout out H-Town, shout out Jay Prince, Rap A Lot, the whole familia.
Indeed.
But it was a big opportunity for me to touch those cats. And you know, that was my Memphis start.
Correct. That was out the blocks.
Out off the porch.
Indeed. With SHŌCASE, you know, we develop a lot of athletes. Give us an idea of how music intertwines with sports.
Music will pump the athletes up. You know, I played sports. I had D1, D2 scholarships, basketball. You know what I mean? I could have played football, but my dad didn't want me to break no hands, break no legs, this and that. I was,
Correct.
you know, still playing music, piano and whatnot. So
Indeed.
he was like, you know, they wanted me to play wide receiver. Possibly could have played some DB. You know, I'm fast going backwards.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? I like playing defense on the court. So a lot of people just love my tenacity. 100-yard meter, high jump, long jump on track. You know, I tried to stay at the school all year round. So football season would have been perfect for me, but Pops denied that. But it's role play for
Correct.
a lot of young men, understanding how to take direction, instruction from somebody else that's not daddy.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And for a lot of brothers, you know, maybe daddy is not present at home, so it fulfills that void and gives a lot of young men structure.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Just seeing what Deion did in Jackson State, for example. You know
Indeed.
what I mean? And just seeing what coaches have been for me, it's been definitely instrumental through my life.
Indeed. And that's a good point that you make with utilizing Deion, because he brought in a lot of music, entertainment,
Dolph was
influence. Dolph was one of them, for sure. And I think that created the entertainment environment for Jackson State to take them from where they were at before he got there.
Oh, yeah.
To implementing something that's outside of the norm football infrastructure.
Changed a lot of brothers' lives, man.
Indeed.
Coaches are like, man, the best thing we got of brotherhood, in my opinion.
Indeed.
Any guy who has leadership and the ability to rule young men, because you taking on and off the field young men.
Correct.
You going through
Correct.
the circumstances. You seeing what they life like at home. You seeing, man, this boy right here, he need some structure, man. He got it. He got the talent. He a beast. He genetically this, that. But you see what's going on at home.
In the environment.
You see why a
Indeed.
lot of these guys are fighting so hard on the field.
Indeed.
Because they fighting in real life. So, you know, being able to channel that energy in a positive way, that's God's blessing.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And even doing the beats for the warm-ups, like that's how it started for me. I asked my coach, 9th grade, man, can I play my beats during the warm-ups?
Mm-hmm.
And all the home games, I'm playing the music for the warm-up. So now I'm starting to see the cheerleaders, the palm, working on steps and routines and different choreography to my music. So it was a different aspect from that aspect too, just hearing people talking about the music and seeing how people was
React.
moving and getting people hyped up before the games and whatnot. It was like, man, okay, music is definitely intertwined. No question. It pumps us up.
You say that, and it's crazy how you say that, but it just go back in time. You know what I mean? Like as a player, you know, you had your Walkman.
Yeah.
You had your disc man.
Yeah.
Then you went into your iPod or your little MP3 thingy.
The evolution.
And then it goes to your phone. Man. And it's like no matter what locker room you go into, how far back you go, them dudes gonna have on some earbuds or some earphones. Yeah. Or they're gonna have music playing in the locker room, you know, just to get it going. It's just it moves you. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of these coaches starting to implement and like what you said what Dion did, because he know what his kids like. You know, he know what the culture like. Even if you're not, it's a culture. It ain't a color thing. It's a culture thing, right? Mm-hmm. So you got white people, black people, everybody. You know, they listening to hip hop,
correct,
or
the human
whatever
race.
It might be, and it's what moves the crowd. It moves everything, but always been a part of sports. You know, music has always been.
Indeed.
And it's crazy seeing that evolution, though.
Indeed. That's like when we went to University of Tennessee with drum for No Hands.
Oh yeah.
We got a chance to see. Well, we had a blast.
That was crazy,
wasn't it?
But that energy and seeing how much these folks love this music, like,
and locked in.
This is my favorite song.
Oh yeah, they just going crazy, and that's all the time. But yeah, I think I was at a my daughter's dance recital thing, and they had your music on with a group that was the kids, you know, girls that was up there doing their thing.
That's crazy.
And I recorded it and I sent it to Harie, like all around, all the way through, man. Music just flows through anybody, especially if you got a sound.
Absolutely.
And obviously you got a sound, you know.
Bless, man.
Just like any other athlete, right? You know, it's you know, you can see a young kid in high school and say, oh yeah, he gonna be
exactly.
He going all the way to the top. Why? Because it's something that he got. You might not know what it is, but it's something. But from a producer and doing music and doing what you do, like what's your, from an athlete standpoint, like from a scouting report, like what's your it? You know what I'm saying? What's your it that make your sound and your wave just really flow through so many people where they recognize?
I gotta give that to God, man.
Indeed.
I think I have a very powerful ingredient from God that I put in my music. And if you mix that with a classically trained symphony musician that raised me on one side and then a church trained street legend that trained me on the other side between my brother and my dad. Mixed it with the theory, the good love, the grind and the grit of Memphis, and the challenges that my city prepares you for. That's the beautiful blessing of Memphis, is how it prepares us for the world. I think if you blend that all in one pot, man, you got a mean gumbo, man. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about a mean pot of gumbo that's gonna feed for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Mama recipe. These recipes are thousands. It's just gonna forever go. You know what I mean? And if you can see a Beethoven and what he did by transferring what was here, I hear music now. I hear a whole symphony playing in my head. You know what I mean? I seen Miles Davis saying the same thing. Like, man, everybody can play an instrument, man, but 80% of it is the attitude behind the instrument. Right. Who playing that motherfucker?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think, same thing with that football. Everybody can run with a football, but who running with that motherfucker?
Right.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And putting in the work and the sweat and the tears and those fundamentals as an athlete and that training that you have. No skipping, no shortcuts. This was a passion. I'm going to do this regardless of the accolades and the money and this and that. I do it because I love it. Yeah. And I got a gift, and I ain't going to waste what God gave me.
Indeed.
And I'm going to cherish that and give it to the right people. Certain athletes, they wait for the right coach. Certain players, I'm going to die. No, you're going to really analyze. You might have everybody recruiting you. You spoke on recruiting, but how do you, on the flip side, choose where you going to go? It's a feeling. When I went to this campus, such and such and such and such, man, the teams greet me, the players greet me, the assistant coach says something. This is one just the head coach. What are the other people? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going over here in California. I'm out here in Fayetteville. I had the opportunity to play with Nolan Richardson. He got fired right before my scholarship opportunity. Do I want to go to Fayetteville without Nolan out there looking over and caring after me? You know, love the Razorbacks, no disrespect, but it's a little. Yeah. Ooh, you gotta look over your shoulder out there now.
Yeah, exactly. You
know what I mean? As opposed to, let me just stay in Memphis and I got athletic opportunity, I got some other opportunities in the music. Mm-hmm. So it's those fundamentals and that raising that allow me to get disciplined and to make the right decisions, even on the business side. Look at Tobias Harris, his daddy, his agent. He up there like right behind Kobe with most money earned as an NBA player. A lot of players should be ahead of him, but look how the business was handled.
Yeah,
whole nother conversation, but it's all of those things that I think helped me be in this position.
Yeah, yeah. But you mentioned something twice as far as like classical music and those things and playing instruments like. That's where you started at a young age?
Absolutely. I was playing recorder, playing clarinet, playing
how did
piano.
It start? How did the music start? How did you become?
Man, I was going to every symphony orchestra. My dad, I ain't had no babysitter, so I had to go to all the symphonies, all the rehearsals. You know, I'm seeing him at home, waking up in the morning. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing as an athlete. If you seeing your daddy waking up, doing push-ups, doing this, running 8 miles in the morning, you know, you going and doing extensive exercises and this and that, you running up in hills and doing all of this, like, it's about the work that you put in with the fundamentals. If I'm doing music, how would I not know music theory? If I'm a real master of music, how do I not master music appreciation?
Indeed.
These are classes that I had to take, that I had to learn and study. And, you know, I studied Beethoven, I studied Bach, I studied Sebastian, I studied Sibelius. You know, that's like studying the famous coaches and this and the techniques of whatever it is that you do. Running back, DB, offensive line, quarterback. Mm-hmm. Think about the memory that goes into a quarterback, all of the things. It reminds me of a doctor and knowing certain medicines. My dad dated a doctor, and she was practicing for her medicines and this and that, and she would have all these flashcards, memorizing what this medicine is, what it does, and why, and what you would prescribe, who you would prescribe it to, what their symptoms are, how to recognize certain symptoms, this and that and the third. As a doctor, whatever field that you do, there are fundamentals behind it.
Correct.
You're going to be a basketball player, point guard, you got to be able to dribble. That was the thing for me. I can dribble, but I'm more of a shooter. I'm not too flashy with the crossovers and this and that, Put me at the 2 or the 3, cash. So my height, going into college, am I going to be a legitimate point guard? These are things to think about. That now you got to put in that work. Ball handling skills, dribbling tennis balls, putting the blinders on and dribbling blindfolded, and, you know, really taking it there if that's what you're going to do.
Indeed.
You know, so to me, it was about them fundamentals. And, of course, I hated it growing up, but I started getting good at it.
Yeah.
That's how I be.
Because of the repetition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the time I was 10, 11, I'm in all West this, all West that, and options to go into the youth symphony. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, here come my brother showing me how to make beats and this and that. And now I'm taking everything I know here and applying it to all genres. It was like, man, we didn't know we was gonna create a genre if we just did it. I feel like I can create another genre. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's about, you know, changing the rules. It's players that have played that have changed the rules.
Indeed.
Because of them players, we gotta fix this. We gotta tighten this up. Be one of them. I want to be the greatest. So I put the work in.
Indeed.
Got to put the work in.
Without a doubt. That's a good breakdown, too, because your music curriculum and background and environment correlates directly with how athletes have to take their academic curriculum seriously. And I was talking with Squeak, and he brought up a good point, and you've done this over your career, and as well as you, Jamal, is you got to study the history
Absolutely.
of what you are partaking in.
Absolutely. How do you not know the founding for
Exactly.
the founding fathers of what you do?
I'm telling you.
You know
You got to
what I
pull
mean?
out that wax. So you got to look at the greats that came, the great running backs that came before Jamal. I got to look at Jerry Rice. Like, I'm studying the people ahead of me. You know what I'm saying?
The Hershey Walkers and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I didn't really watch a lot of football, really,
I
growing
got you.
up, but I watched highlights. I watched highlight
There you
film.
go.
And it was Marcus Allen, O.J. Simpson, Earl Campbell,
Yeah.
Barry Sanders, Walter Payton.
Wee.
So
All of
really, that's really all I
That's all you saw.
pictured. That's all I
Yeah.
saw. You know what I mean? I didn't see the third and short.
Yeah.
Again, I just saw breaking. So
big
it was
dogs.
like really like as far as with my game and one of the assets of my game was being able to hit the home run and be able to get out there and go close it. You know what I'm saying? And but that's all I saw. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really envisioned. You know, I liked that. I didn't like the 4 yards, 5 yards here. You know, whatever.
Them gritty yards.
You get that big one and and you got 75,000 stand up. Hey,
Yeah.
look, it's
Yeah,
showtime.
The feeling is
Yeah.
just making them people get out their seat.
Correct.
Go 30 to the 20 to the 10.
See, he's Tennessee. See, he heard that all the time
Man, what on, man?
over in Memphis. He heard
Yeah,
that all
man.
the time.
Yeah,
Lord
man,
have
come on,
mercy.
all the time. You hear me?
My goodness.
Man, I played with so many cats from Memphis and from West Tennessee, though. Man, it was just
Absolutely.
that's really all the black folks that went to school was from Memphis.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you was on campus,
Yeah.
it was from Memphis.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of good cats I played with too. Just some good cats. They praise Orange Mound. Say that's where the players come
Come
from.
on, man. You got that orange, so you're going to have all the orange mound fans. That orange. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
No, that's dope.
We had some brief conversations, and I want, the athletes to know, like your partnership with the Falcons. You did some stuff with the Falcons in terms of music production and DJing. A lot of people don't know this.
Absolutely.
But you had a very strong run partnership with the Falcons. Tell us a little bit about that, how that came to fruition.
Absolutely. So that came. I had done some work with the Grizzlies. I did a lot of hype work with the University of Memphis, Penny Hardaway, of course,
Indeed.
bringing out different artists. And people, one of the guys who hired me for the Falcons saw some of the work that I did in Memphis and was like, hey, we need some of that energy here with the music. We need music for our highlights. And that goes back to the orchestra, being able to compose, arrange, read, write, da-da-da-da-da. So commercials, TVs, jingles, things of that nature was already in our repertoire.
Correct.
And just to be able to, answer those calls, but deliver.
Man, key
So, hey,
ingredient.
this is some music that I made for the highlights. Oh, man, we love it. Could you make us a theme song? And they would keep pushing me as I delivered what they wanted. If you don't deliver, they're not gonna call you back.
No.
You know what I mean?
Crickets.
But when you do deliver, hey, well, okay, you did pretty good with that. What else? Can you do a theme song? So then me and Mika Memes, shout out to Mika.
Indeed.
We went out to the field. We performed with the Dirty Bird and the Falcon mascot.
Correct.
And just
Freddie.
shot the footage and whatnot. And then next thing you know, we at the game performing. You know what I mean? The players like, man, y'all need to have drum DJing. Y'all got him doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, go ahead and crank this thing up.
We can do everything around here until we need
Multiple
to.
chops.
So then they're like, hey, can you DJ a game? We DJ'd, I think it was a home game. They played the Giants. You know what I'm saying? And we got all that footage. That'll be on the YouTube channel. We'll load it up for this season.
Indeed. Need to have that up there.
Absolutely. But just, same thing with the Titans. Same thing we did with the Volunteers.
Yeah.
Just going out there. Belmont High School, College, TSU, FAMU. It's been a lot of colleges that we've touched, put our feet on the soil, energize the guys, get them hyped, get them ready for the season, get them ready for the game, get them ready for a victory, man. And just the frequency of the music along with that energy and hype of who you a fan of on top of, man, we got bro here, we got to win. So it's like a different, type of energy.
Indeed.
You know what I mean, that you bring to the table.
Indeed.
I remember when I think it was more, I think it was with the Ravens, but before in practice, you didn't have music in practice. It was just practice.
Yeah, wind blowing.
And then I can remember with the Ravens later on, probably my maybe fourth or fifth.
Was that a rule
season.
or something, or was
Nah,
it?
it's just it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't a thing. But then when they started trying to simulate crowd sound for when you go away, they brought out all these speakers and they brought out all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So basically they pump crowd noise into the practice. So when you out there, offense out there trying to call plays, signal and everything else, so everybody getting it, right? So then that happened. Then it morphed over into, you got all these speakers out here, you got to play some music before doing warm-up. You know what I mean? Play some music doing warm-up. And then that went to more of just now, they just got music at practice, just
because we see what the music does for these guys. Like, it's a frequency enhancer.
Man, I coached rivals camp, and they said that and they play music the whole time. It's a combine. They play music the whole time. They said that when they turned the music off, the players ran slower times. Yeah. When they turned the music back on, they start running back faster times.
Absolutely. It's
just by pumping music into the whole event.
Yeah. It's that frequency. You listen to some music, that right track that you ain't even hearing no lyrics on, the beat just hit you, man, you gonna get geeked up some type of way.
So you hear that lyric or something, and just just get you just amped.
Yeah.
And then, when you know music, like, it's gonna be more daydream. It's gonna be more thought. So now it's inner sound that you hearing to fulfill that silence. You thinking of stuff. You imagining a whole nother place that that food was good. You know what I mean? Or what you did last night. Boy, I had fun last night. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the minute that music come on, it gives you kind of like a channel of focus. And everything trickles down. You just like you're thinking of the words of the song. You thinking of the music. You thinking of the beat. And it's just naturally. Like, you could be leaning against the wall or something and the music come on. You just going to get up. You going to... You know what I mean? If you in a party and turn the music off, everybody was You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then everybody just looking at each other like, what we doing? We got the liquor. We still lit, but it ain't no music.
It ain't
everybody
no
looking
vibe
at
no
man.
more.
But as soon as the DJ turn that song back on, everybody, You know, it's like a cup of water. You put speakers in front of water gonna sit still with no sound. But the minute you play that music and that cup of water gonna get to vibrating in it. We made of how much water? 60%, 70% of water? Yeah. So we gonna do the same thing when vibrations hit us.
Yeah. I think my playlist it started with like an 8-ball of MJG.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Then it went over into some Pac.
When I
was getting
Pac
taped
blood
and getting taped and getting ready and putting on my suit. And then before I walked out, it was like Eminem, that Eminem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Lose, like, I'm talking about.
That's what I walked out to. Like that was the sequence right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Yeah, that was the sequence. And everybody got a playlist.
There you go.
Everybody got a
sequence, a ritual.
Yeah, you got a sequence. You know, you can't just start out with,
Yeah, man.
You burn yourself out.
I'm telling geeked up.
Mentally,
a lot of them boys on the 3 6 Mafia, man. They say 3 6 Mafia was holding a lot of locker rooms down too. We gonna lock these boys in the trunk. We gonna I'm talking about we gonna.
You be surprised.
I bet you won't hit her. I bet you won't hit her. What? Come on, football. That was the anthem in football for
That's
me.
how you going
What?
out. That's how you going
I
out.
bet you won't. What? Come on, man.
Oh man, cats fighting off of that before they get on the
What?
field.
3-6
man.
Mafia?
Oh
Come
man,
on,
you
man.
like better calm down. We
Yeah.
don't want to get them too hyped.
Them folks
telling
ready
you.
to knock some heads out, boy.
Cracked your teammate with a
Yeah,
helmet.
I knocked that boy helmet out. Boy, you see that boy? Boy, you see that boy? Boy, you see that boy?
Hell, meanwhile, he
Yeah.
over there on the floor, concussion.
Yeah.
Split open.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a bit. Those are all very valid points, man. And I'm gonna kind of switch gears because I don't think the youth knows what you're working on in regards to the birth of trap music. That's I know, man, you've been working on that.
For a minute,
That's the
man.
long
Come on,
haul.
man. Absolutely.
So where are you at now with birth of trap music, of what you can share, and what was your vision behind it, and how you and T.I. came together later on? Because you had already put in a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Prior.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Documentary, man, the story tell itself, the birth of trap music.
Indeed.
Rounding up the troops, the founders, the executives, the pioneers, the guys that laid the land, you know what I mean? And from a producer standpoint, getting all the producers, man, I got Shawty Red, Zaytoven, myself, DJ Toomp, Fat Boy, D Rich, all us in one room, you know what I'm saying? Metro Boomin, Lex Luger, man, 808 Mafia, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on him. R.I.P. my guy Take Keith. I hate,
man.
you know what I'm saying? We couldn't get him, but
Solid
man,
brother.
Absolutely. Sunny Digitals, the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying? And the OGs, man, DJ Pauls, the Juicy J's, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I mentioned Toomp, reached out to Manny Fresh, still trying to get that, Master P, a couple other guys, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And we, paying homage to.
Indeed.
That motivated and inspired us, and just, when it goes back to trap as a location.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And then becoming, a sound, a way of life. Taking that way of life and turning that way of life into a sound.
Correct.
The sound come from the producers.
All day long.
And the
It's the
producers
foundation.
push play on some of the most influential dope boys of America.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And that found in Mount Rushmore, I would say, first trap rapper I work with is Yo Gotti, coming out of Memphis. And we got an underworld where a lot of things aren't heard or outside.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But Gotti was rapping since 95, 96. Lil Yo. You know what I mean? So you go do your research. But the first album I was on with Gotti was Life. I did 12 songs on Life album. 4 myself. My brother did 4. My other producer, Swizzo at the time, did 4. So we had 12 on there. Lil Jon was on that album. Slice T was on that album. A couple other producers. But that was I&E. A lot of people know Gotti as CMG. They're not even familiar with the I&E.
Yeah.
Of course, Memphis, Arkansas, Mississippi, y'all know what I'm talking about. This excluding the ATM. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And people forget we a tri-state region as well, but very underground scene, not too many opportunities or outlets of big labels and things like that. We had Selecto Hits, and that was pretty much it. Sunrise, Stax, Royale, couple others. But just being able to tell that story.
Indeed.
And gather everybody, even from the artists. Like I said, Mount Rushmore would be Gotti, Gucci, Jeezy, and T.I.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And T.I. obviously coining the term, coming out with the album, putting a stamp on it.
Trap music.
You got to partner with
Yeah, indeed.
the top.
It's only right.
Absolutely.
It's only right.
You know what I'm saying? And Jeezy going crazy, like just the history. Out of all of the producers, I'm one of a few that work with all of them.
Indeed.
Like I'm on Gotti albums, I'm on Jeezy albums, I'm on Gucci albums, I'm on Tip albums, and the next comers like the Futures and the Dolphs and Rick Ross and you know what I mean, Plies and just their whole era as well. So man, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? And just to see where it is today, seeing it even evolve into trap. I mean, into EDM.
Indeed.
You
With
see EDM
with the
trap,
mashes, with the mashups.
Absolutely. So, just the whole world making music like us.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And it's still around. We still number one. It's a blessing.
Indeed. And where you broke that down in chronological order, that's 30 years of build.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, and still building, man.
And still building.
Future still holding it down.
I'm
You know what I'm
telling
saying?
you.
The 21 Savages and
Yeah.
you know the Travis Scotts and you know the guys like that. Even Drake, you know, he tap into the trap. You know what I'm saying? And dibble and dabble. Everybody, man, you gotta touch trap at some point.
Exactly. Because trap is where it's gonna get be the most authentic.
Absolutely.
Without fabricated storytelling. It's real experiences.
Yeah. If you, I mean, you know,
Some of it can be.
some of like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your fabrication through anything,
Any
whether it's
genre.
country or,
Yeah.
or trap or this or that. You know, and those
Yeah.
guys get pointed out real easily.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I remember just coming up on Bankhead and then Adamsville, where I grew up. Whatever, you know, you had the Jeezys, you had Tip. You know, Tip went to Doug, but didn't go to Doug. But at the same
Indeed.
time, you know, he been doing it. Like
Correct.
I remember seeing some cassette tapes with him at like 15 years old. Like, just always been rapping.
Correct.
And then it turned into, because where he really did, where he grew up, where he was at, the environment he saw, he was just able to put that wordplay together.
Telling
you.
You know what I mean? From the experiences and everything, and just make it work. But like you said though, you gotta have a drama. You know what I mean? You gotta have, you know, that sound behind it.
Oh yeah.
And that's what make it really just pump.
Yeah, that's that groundation, musical groundation.
Absolutely. And it was some of the guys here was a fan of. So when I first met Pastor Troy, there's no way I'm coming to Atlanta getting 4,000 a beat. Actually, I told Troy I need 5,000 a beat. He was like, I ain't got 5, I got 4. So I give you 8,000 for 2 beats. How am I getting that? Without a sound or coming from some people like, oh, you started in Atlanta. How am I getting 4,000 a beat coming from Memphis? Whew. He called me because he rapped on some beats from some guys I sold to in Chicago. He rapped on some beats I sold to in North Carolina. Sold some more beats to some guys in Florida. And he rapped on each of these beats. You know, he's like, man, if I rap on another Drumma Boy beat, man, I need some of this shit you and Gotti got. Jesus said the same thing to me, man. I need some shit you and Gotti on. Like I did a song called Back to the Basics. You know what I'm saying? On that album, Back to the Basics, I did a song called That's What's Up. And it was the intro. You see me shout it, pop your collar, then you holler, that's what's up. What up, drummer? Hey, what up, drummer? Hey, classic. Like they play this anywhere, folks, word for word.
Yeah.
That's what that sound. If you listen to That's What's Up, then you listen to Standing Ovation. Then you listen to I Put On. Then you listen to Trap Niggas, Jody Breeze and Jeezy. It's the horns. It's that triumphant sound with them 808s, the clap, the snares, the hi-hat. You know what I mean? Like that's that sound. Like I'm gonna give you a sound where we overcoming our current circumstances. We're not staying here forever. I always knew that. We not finna be broke forever. Our families ain't finna be hurting forever. And that's what Dolph wanted. That's what Moneybag wanted. That's the energy that niggas want. I need to get out this shit. Rocco was like, nigga, I gotta get out the streets, bro.
Yeah.
Hurricane Katrina and this and that, all this shit going on. And woo, the streets clashing. Hey, I gotta
influx.
get up, you know what I mean? And to be able to deliver the sound of what these niggas looking for to even say I'ma do me.
It's crazy too though that a lot of these kids now are, you know, just with the whips they got now, they really ain't getting that real sound. Cause I had 2 12-inch Rockford false gates in the back of my car, you know, in the hoop.
215 with a punch
And it was
145.
and it was beat.
Yeah, you
I'm
hearing
trying
all
to
the
Beat.
instruments.
And the highs, hey, look, the tweeters right there in the corner. They just,
Yeah, you ain't
tweaking.
getting that from no ear pod.
You ain't getting that. That's what I'm saying. They not even really. But my truck, I got a system in mind, so I can feel it, and I got it just so my, you know, when Javen, they get in there this sound like a studio, don't it?
Correct.
You hear everything.
Indeed.
Car systems, I mean, we grew up on that, and I ain't gonna lie, like, I didn't see as many car systems, you know, like in Black Haven. You know, my brother had a Cadillac, couple just regular car systems, this and that, couple crazy car systems here and there.
Yeah.
But when I got to Cordova with these rich white folk, it was just different. Like at the time I went to Cordova, I moved to Cordova when I was 13, 12. So that's probably like 93.
Yeah,
94.
Coming into tech in 93.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, damn, I'm seeing niggas with Alpines and, you know what I mean? The Mustang with the 15s in the back, 2 15s in the back, like, you know what I mean?
No trunk.
Hey,
I'm talking about folks got money out here, so that's why I started selling bass tapes in high school. I was like, man, I'm gonna sell bass tapes. As soon as I started learning how to make beats, that was one of the first things I was doing was just so nigga come down the highway. I had a white boy I sold a tape to. He come to school late every day. You know what I'm saying? Come to school.
You can hear him a mile away.
I said, man. But everybody was like, who sold you that bass tape? So, hey, Chris, man, Lil Ghost. And they call me Lil Ghost in school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming with the bass tapes,
That's funny.
That's funny.
And just elevated from there to doing the warm-ups at the basketball game. So it's like, man, you got to
so
start
it begins.
somewhere. Absolutely.
That is funny.
Absolutely.
Because you heard music. You knew what somebody was playing.
Coming around the corner.
Coming, down the street.
Wasn't no words, wasn't nothing on the joint, just
the
bass.
bass line, you know.
That's it. Oh, Mike Bass. Oh,
Going
Lord.
crazy.
My goodness. That's well, that brings back good memories. Give me an idea of how you think with knowing college football, NFL, because I know you're a fantasy head.
Oh,
guru.
yeah, come on, man.
Lord have
Oh,
mercy.
yeah, man. Come on,
All
man.
right. So with youth football, like from youth through high school, college, in the pros, where do you see, because they making money betting on college football now. They probably even doing it on high school football. So how do you think the gambling aspect, this is legal, how do you think that affects, like, the athletes that are playing the game? Because you've been studying some athletes from the NFL because you play it relentlessly.
Absolutely.
So
I mean,
how do you think it affects?
I think
From the athlete side.
from a consumer aspect first.
Got you.
I love it.
I know you do.
You know, it's a lot of money being made. And I think, you know, some people it's fun. Some people, you know, I do research.
Yeah.
And I really know what I'm doing when it comes to what I bet on.
Correct.
So that might not be baseball. That might not be soccer. I know some guys, they bet on anything that they can
they
make a
throwing
dollar,
it.
but they don't know what they're doing.
Correct.
So you see a lot of money being wasted and a lot of profit being made. Obviously, it's $1 billion industry. When it comes to the influence it has on the players,
Correct.
I think it's detrimental to careers. Obviously, what we've seen with Terry Rozier and even with the football, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley got granted a second chance, but he got caught gambling on some games, da-da-da-da-da. He was here with the Falcons.
Correct.
And had to sit down for a year.
Yeah.
And got God's grace to bounce back.
When Jackson.
Jaguars. And now it's with us in Tennessee.
Correct.
But it's a tricky situation when it comes to wanting to bet on self. Malik Beasley.
Correct.
Another cat just got in trouble on the basketball betting, and I mean these guys losing. You talking about you losing $20-30 million off a $20,000 bet, $30,000 total bets. Like it don't make no sense. Why?
Correct.
But okay, the influence of where is coming from. It's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I'm
you know
trying
what I'm
to
saying?
tell.
Salute to the mafia. I ain't gonna get into it.
Yeah,
Like,
gray
that's a whole
area. We
nother-
just call it the gray area.
Yeah. You know, but then you know it's tricky, bro. When some folks step to you and say, "Hey, we
Make this happen, though. Yeah.
you know what I mean? For real? Okay, all right. Well, I can do that." And then it's so obvious on the court, like the Malik Beasley shit. Terry
Correct.
Rozier, like the fans calling this shit out.
Yeah.
Folks in the comments, like, you know what I mean? Like we're at a state now where the fans is calling this shit out. A detective in this day and age,
Ain't even necessary.
yeah, you can do your job so easily. With
crazy.
I
Just
mean,
watch.
cause just look at what the people saying.
Correct.
And he be like, damn, oh yeah, I see that. And then it goes, now you start an investigation. Every time the people step up in them comments, the investigation start.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sports gambling, I would advise any player with millions of dollars on the line, leave this shit alone, bro. Play the game, stay focused.
Correct. Focus.
The fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
That's the donkey of the day go to.
Play Tom.
Yeah, the donkey of the day go to them niggas. Like when I see nigga get in trouble with the weed and this and that, like, bro, I love to smoke too, but bro, if I got $20 million on the line, man, I give me
cool.
a drink. I give me a cool drink or something, and you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like what is we talking about?
Think they're invisible though.
Yeah. Not knowing they on Front
Can't
Street.
be touched.
Yeah,
Correct.
Nah,
Can't be
you
touched,
can't, you can't move like that, like, you know what
But
I'm
they
saying?
think they won't get caught, you know, especially with gambling or whatever. But I've heard,
Man, your
cats-
phones, this and that, they can get the records. They can
Yeah.
see now they got AT&T and Verizon and all this shit in check where they can goddamn okay, and they just passing over your last 3 months of text history.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? You got the burner phone. Okay, they can go find
They
that.
can grab that,
like,
ping
you know
it
what I'm saying?
I had a guy
IP
who-
addresses and this and that.
He
like-
was when I was playing. He was telling he bet on football,
Correct.
but he just used to ask. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I mean, like is these cats be, and I'm like you telling me that somebody out here on the field is on the take and gonna give up a play or some shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man, I've seen.
And I'm
books
like,
get,
nah, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about me practicing and in the same
Yeah.
on the same field with a cat. I wish I did know a mother that was trying that was gonna blow a game.
But he gonna
Vice
hide,
grip.
he gonna hide and do it.
You know what I
and
mean?
try to get
Yeah.
his little 80,000 because he looking at you like, okay, you making 200 some thousand per
True.
game.
Right.
He said
making
want his chop
he
too.
making
I
he
feel
making
what you said.
30, 40 a
I feel
game.
what you said. Yeah.
So nigga looking at you like, man,
just
especially
making
after
them-
you stunning on me last night in the club and woo and then left me with the bill.
So you pulling up in this Rolls Royce.
Old stretch.
Yeah,
I got
old
this
stretch.
old Lexus 470.
I'm pulling up in the motherfucking taxi. You know, so niggas get envious, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got jealousy.
Yeah.
It could be the running back 3
Yeah.
Correct.
who don't get in the game or the 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you got to think about the players, the brothers, the cousins of these players.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm betting on
around.
CD Lane. Hey, CD, hey, you give me 2 touchdowns this game, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Chain. Hey, Devon. Hey, you give me. Hey, I got 2 touchdowns this game on. That's how your uncle talking to you. So okay, you.
Ooh, it's
and-
coming from every angle.
Yeah.
yeah. Then it's like, come on, man.
No, I've had cats call me after I retired and just be asking, especially when fantasy football, you know, we was more fantasy football then because it wasn't
Yeah.
the gambling, but just asking, you know, who I should pick and this and I'm like, man, I don't.
Yeah.
It go a little way deeper than that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
Like you just picking, you might as well just pick.
Yeah.
You know,
Quick pick.
because it take time. You know, that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Research is
As
required.
long as you, that's the best advice I could give you. If you coming to me like that, as if I was an athlete, like, man, hey, your pick is your pick, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Yeah.
tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't know it, especially in this day and age. Little sister over here recording,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that she done posted the conversation.
man. But
You
man,
know what I mean? And I'm sitting here, you sitting here conversating with me like, hey man, what you think I should bet? And
But
I'm
get what?
answering you. I was over with.
The money
Yeah.
run everything. 'Cause
Indeed.
Before, you know, no betting in sports, this and other. But
Now you
soon
giving
as
players an opportunity.
DraftKings, FanDuel come out, this and the other, then now, you know, they partner with ESPN, and then, you know, next thing you know, you got a baseball team, a football team, a basketball team coming, a women's basketball team in Vegas.
Yeah,
Correct.
In the heart of it.
Absolutely.
In the heart of it. So it's like, you know, like what's really what matters here is making sure the cash is there and
Right.
the NFL is getting a bankroll.
Right. And you know, people say, well, if that was the case, then Vegas would have been won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It ain't that easy.
Nah, it ain't that easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Boy, the stars
You
gotta
gotta
be
get a
aligned.
quarterback first.
It ain't
You gotta get players that want to play. You know, you got Tom Brady in
And
the
it's a
building.
distraction.
It's
It's a-
rebuild.
it's a distraction,
It's
man.
Operation Rebuild.
It's a
Correct.
distraction too.
Indeed. Yeah, that's a tough place to play.
Tough
you
place
know?
to play.
You know, even in
I don't like
collegiate.
being there longer than 3 days.
I'm trying to tell you, anything
I
after
can
that
only
is
imagine
burnout.
Living there.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of pressure.
Burn outage. Yeah, man. That's a very
But
good.
I mean,
those
if
are
you
very
bet
good
against
points.
it, then you definitely up.
Yeah.
If you bet against the Raiders, you know,
Yeah.
you up. You should be up. Very nice.
Nah, that's what's up.
That's very. I'm glad we touched on that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
consumers. I love it. I love the opportunity to. It's fun. I think, for me, when our team is out, we don't make the playoffs. You know how you a fan, you watching your team. Soon as they brought in the fantasy, it was like, man, nigga, whether my team losing or not, I still can watch these other games. I got reason to watch these other games. Mahomes, my quarterback, okay. AJ Brown, my or Devontae Smith, my receiver over here. Saquon Barkley, my running back. You know what I mean? Jamar Gibbs, my running back for the Detroit Lions, on my other. You know what I mean? So now you got incentive to watch all these other games, and it's just, I don't know, it just make it fun. Like I learned names and players that I didn't even know. Was on the team.
I'm research properly.
Absolutely. I'm learning more about defense and this and that. Like I'm watching the games. It just completely brought me in. You know what I mean?
So do you pay attention to, because here in Atlanta, man, youth sports is huge.
Absolutely. We sponsor youth sports.
Youth sports, I'm talking about been gambling in youth sports.
Especially, I ain't know nothing about gambling
with the hustlers and the
drug
dealers,
side bets
like
and
that,
stuff
just
like that.
at the games, like
Yeah.
it's going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On a high level
yeah,
too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it
They
was
ready to
real
pull out
straight
straps
cash.
and everything.
Yeah, but it was real bad here. You know what I'm saying? Like
ain't
they
know
just
about that.
oh yeah. It's,
So we sponsored J. Lou.
Yeah.
You know what
Juju.
I mean? Long time ago. I think this was like 6U, 7U, 8U.
Yeah.
You know, from an early standpoint, House of Fresh.
Yeah.
Julian Lewis now he out of Carrollton. Now he with
Colorado.
he
Indeed.
You
should
know
be
what I'm saying?
starting this year.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I learned a lot about that youth through him, TC. Shout out to TC Lewis.
Indeed.
You know, and just going to the games and just seeing what he had to do and just, the struggles that they go through too. Which is why you got a lot of, I need some extra chops some kind of way. We got the uniforms, we got this, we try to pick up sponsors and get support to keep these guys out here on the field. So it takes a lot.
It does.
It do.
Talking about burning through a bankroll.
Yeah, big time. But that's why with SHŌCASE, that's what we're doing is helping, surround a kid that's trying to flourish and go there, surround them with these resources and things that we bring to the table outside of sports and outside of apparel and bags or whatever, but just with the SHŌCASE media and getting their story out there, storytelling, so they can tell that same story about they growing up with a dad that did this, brother that did this. You know what I mean? It's a lot of kids with that story that's growing up right now.
Yeah, they need to relate or don't know how to.
Yeah, they don't know how to,
navigate
but hearing
through that
you say what you're
situation.
saying, it's almost like, because I was thinking about it, you had that, right? You had that growing up in the household, whatever.
Yeah, two separate households.
But you used it.
Yeah.
You used it though.
And applied it.
You applied it. You said you had to go to the orchestra. You weren't complaining about the orchestra, but what you was doing was hearing the sound, seeing this, that, other. So, no matter what, like you got to use it. And it's a lot of resources, a lot of things that we're bringing to the table.
Indeed.
A lot of households that have parents that are offering their kids, good advice or experience advice, you know what I mean? But you got to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And what made you successful seemed like with having that sound, with having that was using, kind of the things that was around you growing up, and putting it into, making lemonade out of lemons. You know
I'm
what
trying to tell you, with the proper environment and the proper family structure. Everything don't have to be the Dr. Huxtable, as long as you got moms and pops, brother, uncles, cousin, everybody push you in that same direction, and you actually soaking it in, and that's what I guess that's what we're gonna call it moving forward. That spiritual gumbo.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Absolutely.
Eat
good.
You see now like Lil Baby, Ghana, a lot of these artists or industry folks basically starting 7-on-7 teams or having a youth football team. Boosie, I seen he was advertising. He's starting with like a program, but he's really looking at the agency side. And I've talked to a few guys, in the music industry that they're tapping over into that youth. You know what I mean? That arena. Have you ever thought about that or wanted to explore that possibly? I know that might not be your thing, but at the same time, having your own team, being that you are keen to sports, you've played it and this, that, and the other, and you're on the other side of it with the culture and everything else. Like, Have you ever thought about that? Or would you even want to do that?
Yeah, I think it's something that I definitely am interested in. You know, my management, a lot of guys around me have spoken on it and want to do it. It's just all about having the infrastructure, the facility, the funding, as well as the guys, and doing it the way I would want to do it.
Right.
You know, not necessarily would it be a distraction, but I'm still playing.
Yeah.
In a sense, myself, like I'm still hooping, I'm still in celebrity games, I'm still, you know what I mean, getting busy. Whoever want to work, you know, we can get to it on the basketball. But I'm gonna be a coach in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm giving a lot of that direction to myself and just fulfilling a lot of these. Like I'm sitting on 10 projects. We got the Birth of Trap. We got Producers Way, about to launch Beauty and the Beats. Like my hands so full, but I can still support. We still made time to sponsor and do what we did with Julian and other athletes. And just being able to move around, travel, be there when you call, helping uplift the brand SHŌCASE. You know, I believe in this. I love this situation. So I'd rather do it with somebody who been in the game, somebody like yourself, where it makes sense, as opposed to being out there. I've done a lot of numerous things for Penny Hardaway and assist the top guys. Penny was the number one guy. You know what I'm saying? You the number one guy. Amari Stoudemire, we've assisted in many things that he's done. Shout out to my guy Travis King. You know, and he has done more of that. You know, so I got a lot of guys that I've could partner with or holler at, but it just, you know, the opportunity just hasn't presented itself, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That makes sense, you know.
Indeed.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
Yeah.
In closing, what advice would you give young athletes? Because me and Jamal talk with them a lot about looking at themselves early. 15, 16-year-olds look at themselves as a brand. Go ahead and start now. So if something happened with sports, something go left, adversity kicks in, you already got some chop generating. You building infrastructures now. At a 15, 16-year-old age, what advice would you give kids from the gift that they have, which is playing sports, football, basketball, whatever it is, on the importance of starting now, developing yourself as a brand?
Absolutely.
Especially with AI out there now.
Man, I've seen a lot of amazing transitions, man. Ryan Glover, one of those, seeing his son, Lil Ryan. He went to University of Memphis. He's playing football, quarterback, doing his thing. Went to a couple different colleges. Said, hey, man, I'm going to go get my law degree.
Indeed.
Became a lawyer, got his feet set with his law firm, killing it in New York. You know, I met another young brother just introduced to my manager at Live Nation. He's doing funding. Comes from the NFL, had 1 or 2 years, got injured, had some mishaps, couldn't get back to the game, and took that little money that he had, started a company, and now he's partnered with J.P. Morgan doing funding and different investment groups and things of that nature, and funding other people, young brothers, young athletes, and things of that nature. So it's so many different avenues that you can take, but I think school and doing it that way, I've seen the most successful. We ain't talking about, man, we gonna go start a car wash, or we gonna go do, you know, all of the other little stuff you hear about. Man, do it the right way, and politic with the guys. Ask some questions. You know, present yourself to these banks. You know, get the relationship with the bank. Understand the credit. Understand what the resources you have with this money. You know, you talking about this $600,000-700,000 just sitting in an account that's only insuring $100,000.
Correct.
We got to make this money work for us.
I'm telling you.
And I think if we had more financial classes and financial literacy for our athletes, our youth, and different financial literate programs for our youth, to where they know what they're doing, especially with NIL being a big thing, high school, college. It's a lot of money being made with these young guys. The parents should be able to have to take these classes too.
Correct.
So it needs to be some kind of system where it's not just on the students, but hey, the parents got to fulfill some of these hours too. Even if it was a partnership hour program where it's okay, 100 hours need to be done, and okay, 50 hours by the parent, 50 hours by the student, or whatever. I think that would, you know, enlighten the household.
Indeed.
And change the way we think and how we move.
Indeed. That's a great perspective. J-Lo, can you think anything else, man? We done covered a lot of territory.
Yes, sir, man. Come on, man.
man.
We got to showcase these brothers, man.
Indeed.
Hey, and the event was crazy, man. Big ups to the SHŌCASE. What was that called?
SHŌ Bowl.
The SHŌ Bowl.
Indeed.
And we got the next one coming up when?
February
February what?
2027.
Well, we don't know what date, but
Okay.
we're gonna lock it in.
Okay,
2027.
Hey, man, say, man, listen, man. Hey, this is something I want the athletes from Memphis to get on up out your. Hey, y'all need to come on down, whether you
telling you.
involved or not, or just see what's going on, so you can tap in, tell a friend. They showcased amazing talent. I'm talking about in the football world. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, DBs. I'm
was
talking
competing,
about
too.
Yeah, they were flying.
It was crazy, man. So we got to get more. We got to showcase the SHŌ Bowl. We got to get some more showcase on the SHŌ Bowl coming up February. Y'all stay tuned. I had a ball.
Oh yeah, we got it. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, dog.
But I think on one last thing though, I think I'll shoot you though. You know what I'm saying? That jumper you talking about.
Oh no way, no way.
I've been thinking about that the whole
you too,
time.
See, you too. By the time you
But,
get the
hey,
ball up in your hand,
hey, look, but it's the
You too
wrist.
slow.
But my wrist, the flick in that wrist. I'm telling
you
you.
probably get about 4 points. We played the 12. You get about 4 points on back end.
No.
You know, you can back me down.
No,
a
I
couple
didn't say
times.
we're gonna play 21.
Okay.
I said we just gonna shoot.
Yeah. See,
See,
playing
he
the
ready.
now, I say playing the
We
12.
gonna play behind. No, we gonna play behind the line. I ain't doing too much moving. I ain't doing too
You
much.
wanna play horse?
basketball
He gonna
cardio.
run.
I'ma
Hey,
kill
listen,
you in
man, he
horse.
gonna run circle around me, man. I'm be
Hit you with that jug in it.
I be tired. He gonna,
Ankle tweakage.
yeah, like nah.
Ooh-wee.
You trying to make me use too much agility. I'm
Lord
just
have
trying
mercy.
to flick the wrist, man.
Hey man.
I'm telling you.
I got
think
you.
I'll shoot you out the gym.
Nah,
though,
I'm
with
shooting.
that.
I'm shooting 50, 45, 50 on that 3.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
shooting. You know what I'm
We
saying?
got to get that line.
And then when there's no defense out there, like just going around playing fireball with the power ball. Man, come on, man.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I shall observe from the side.
Yeah, this is what I do.
like that.
3-point shootout.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it, man. You want to put some money on?
We'll call FanDuel. We're going to take this to pay-per-view.
Yeah, we got to take it to
This
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view, man. This pay-per-view.
Y'all
Appreciate-
crazy. We'll get this
appreciate you, though,
sponsorship.
man.
Hey,
Appreciate
come on,
you.
man.
Appreciate you, Drumma,
Bless
man.
All the support.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
indeed, man. We live, shutting it down. ATL Live Well, episode 5 with my brother from another mother, Drumma Boy, and my brother Jay Lou. And we out.
Yeah.
Pete.